Hi, today I'm going to show you how to use the Sock Easy. I have sold thousands of these little devices, and I realize that now more and more are being sent all over the country as well as to other places, that a few of you have sent me emails a little concerned on how you're going to use it. So this is my response to your specific email. I have here a sock that's an adult size sock for this example, and what the first thing you want to do is you want to mark on your sock of the cuff where you want the design to go. So just take a little water-soluble pen and put a blue dot for the center of that design. Now my next little trick is a straight pin, a valuable tool in this case. Put this pin into the sock. Now what this pin represents is you'll have your dot here, you'll have your pin, and the pin just reminds you the top of the design. The top of the pin is the top of the design. That becomes important when you get in front of the machine because, as you know, you can easily embroider a cuff sock with the design upside down. Ask me how I know. The next thing I'm going to suggest to you is that while you're pinning the left sock, you go ahead and pin the right sock too. Otherwise, you might end up with two socks facing the same direction. In a typical day when I'm going to spend an afternoon of making socks, what I do is separate the left and the right socks in piles. And then I quickly go through and mark the center of each sock and put a pin in each one. A factory line, so to speak. Once I have that completed, I then have to insert the unit. This is the Sock Easy unit for the adult sizes. Actually, you can do some toddler sizes too. So toddler up through adult is what I always like to say. Open up the sock, and in the sock I can see I have my pin, which you can see now is upside down. I'm going to take the unit. Let's see, I'm going to try this in reverse. I've never tried it like this. I'm going to put it into the sock. I'm going to flip this piece in. This is the side I don't want embroidered. This is the side behind it that I do want embroidered. The side that I do want embroidered gets lifted up over these little posts. Do you see that? And now you can see the sock. And hopefully my little dot would be about here. If I need to move it, I can. Not hard at all. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Never good. There. Here you go. So now I've got the pin. The next important step. This is the center of my sock. Hoop with sticky paper. Sticky paper. All you need to do now is put the Sock Easy on here and bring that over to your sewing machine, embroidery. Now when you get to the embroidery machine, remember that pin? Make sure the design is going in the direction of the pin. If the design is not, turn the design on your machine. And that's all there is to it. Press go and you're off. Our next type of sock to do is the half sock. For the half sporty sock, you want to turn the sock first right side out. Which reminds me, the cuff sock you do right side out. So the half sock, we're just going to turn that inside out. And again, we're going to put a pin in it, like so. And it'll be marked, and this is where I'm going to have my design. And I'm going to grab my sock unit and simply put it in as follows. Just like before, and then pull the little cuff up and up. Again, I suggest when you do this to separate your sports socks, left and right piles, mark them, put the pins in them before you begin the embroidery. All right, I'm going to grab this, and again, the socks with the sticky paper. Now, once you're done embroidering your design here, you can actually lift it up, put on the next sock, move it over, and when you're done, it looks like Swiss cheese. But the design is so small, occupying such little space, that it's fine to do it this way. And by the time I pull this off, this is one wholly piece of sticky paper. So you can do a lot of socks in one hooping. And when you're done, you will have some examples that will hopefully look like this. A little tennis sock and a little sock with some lace. If you're going to put lace and trim on your sock, then be sure to embroider the sock first before you add the lace and trim. That way there you don't overstretch the sock in the process. So give this one a try. The next one we're going to do is the baby sock. The baby sock works the same way. Now this particular sock is a half sock. So what you would do for that, because there is no cuff to it, that's what constitutes the half sock in terms of which method are you going to use. If there's no cuff, turn the sock inside out. Again, use a pin, mark where you want the design, and again separate left and right, like I said before. You will put it in. Again, the front bar holds away the side you don't want to embroider, and then you just pull the sock up. Maybe I should look at it while I do it. One moment. It's tinier. My dexterity is probably not what it should be when I do this. Here and here. All right. So now I have my little sock on here. And again, I use exactly the same method, just applying it to the sticky paper. After I do the first one, I rip it off, do the next one, rip it off, so forth. And when you are done, here's one little sock that's done with a little base fall. With the cuff socks, it's exactly the same thing. You turn it inside out, and let me show you a few examples. Here's one that you could just put like a little design on and then sew some ribbons on. With the cuff sock, of course, I did it, when I hooped it, it was right side out. And once again, let me remind you, if you're going to add trims or ruffles, do it after you've embroidered the sock so that you don't stretch it out. And that's all there is to it for using the Sock Easy unit. Thank you.